Welcome to Folding Towels, a podcast for massage therapists with Jackie and David. If you are enjoying our episodes and want to support the production, consider buying us a coffee. Your contributions help us bring you more insightful discussions and expert interviews. Follow the link in the show notes or visit buymeacoffee.com/Folding Towels podcast to contribute, and thank you for your support. Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Folding Towels podcast. Hello, Jackie, how are you?
Hi, David. I'm very good today. Thank you so much for asking. How are you going?
Pretty good,
Lovely.
good. We have been looking forward to today's episode for some time because we have a special guest.
We do. Who is it, David? Tell us.
We are joined today by Melissa Woodward from Fearless Health.
Yay!
Welcome.
Hi, David. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for having me.
We have been Facebook friends for about 10 years, I think. Never met in person. We came together on a business coaching 6-week introductory thingamywhatsit. And I've been following Mel here for that duration of watching her career as it has, I'm going to use the word accordion, just expanded, contracted, expanded again, and just interesting things have happened. And I'm going to put it out there, Mel, you are one of my inspirations. So welcome.
Thank you.
I'm going to make you blush. So we are going to start with the most important question of the entire podcast, so no pressure. Who is your favorite superhero and why?
Well, I don't want to disappoint you with this one because I've never really been into superheroes. But my son said when he was graduating daycare on his little chalkboard that he wanted to be Batman when he grew up. So I thought Batman might be a good one to go with.
Nice. What do you like about Batman?
Well, I thought my son was pretty cute as Batman. That was the main the main inspiration.
That is the correct answer. It's your son. Absolutely.
Small humans dressed up as superheroes are adorable.
Yes.
Yeah.
There could be a movie franchise in that.
I might watch that one.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, you've been in the massage industry for a very long time, 22 years. As we say over and over again, the average lifespan of a massage therapist is somewhere between 5 and 7 years. You're a veteran of the industry. What is your favorite thing about massage and the complementary health industry that we're a part of?
Yeah, so it always is funny when you say it like that. 22 years, it's huge. I did do it in 2 stints, though. We might cover that. But, yeah, I think I just love the impact that we have on the lives of others. So while we are focused on improving people's health, and, you know, a healthy body allows us to do so much in life. So I like to talk about the big picture with people's health and what they actually get to do in their lives because of, you know, how the pain we address or showing how capable they are with their bodies. It's those sort of real life, tangible things that they can do now that like excites me the most about the industry and why I like it so much.
I want to just at this point, I know we're not at the end of the podcast yet. We're at the very beginning, but I want to say to people, if you are listening to this, you absolutely should go and follow Mel on social media. She is absolutely wonderful on socials and has a really cool Instagram, and we will absolutely put the links to that in the show notes. So I'm just putting it out there at the beginning because I just think you're so lovely on socials, and we do follow you and see your little tidbits that you put out, and you're just amazing. So yeah, just putting it out there.
Oh, thanks. Yes, that's something that has always been a work in progress, and I just pull myself out there and see what comes of it, and you know, I love to share. So yeah, that is my favorite place to be. So yeah, follow me on Instagram, melissa.fearlesshealth.
Nice. Well, let's go back to the very beginning because you went into massage therapy straight out of high school. What actually drew you in at that tender age? What was your inspiration?
Well, I wanted to be a chef, and then I realized that everyone's going to be, out enjoying their lives, having a great time, while I'd be stuck in a stinky hot kitchen. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that. I want to be a physio. And then that was the end of high school, and I had nowhere near the marks to be a physio. Like, I don't know, come up with the idea, but then I was like, went onto this careers website that said careers similar to, and it said remedial massage, and I'm like, sweet, I can do that. And then I thought, oh, how cool would it be to massage footy players? Like 17-year-old Melissa thinking, yeah, footy players, that would be so much fun. Yeah, so I thought it was the hands-on part of physio that I liked and that I wanted to do. So I thought, oh, well, this is the next best thing. And so I started my TAFE diploma in Meadowbank in Sydney. And, yeah, then in my second year I did actually get to work with some football players, and they dashed those dreams. But
it's hard work.
Yes, they are hard work to deal with, but the massage part's fine. It's just the, young men.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes. Yes.
Well, not only that, but you've got to be out at the games. It's a lot of weekend stuff as well. Like, it's not always conducive to, a good work-life balance, as they say. So pros and cons to everything.
And you definitely didn't get paid for it, not at the level I was working with either. So and it was a lot of commitment. It was being there at training. They did put me through like strapping courses, and they had me as their sports first aider as a way to have me around on the Sunday as well. So it was a good experience as I was studying in my second year. So I'll just, chalk it up to experience and, moved on from there.
Well, there's no wasted education, in my opinion. You always learn something. So, yeah. Yeah.
Even if it is to put the young footy players back in their box.
Yeah.
We don't ask those questions, do we?
No.
After graduation, did you go straight into working for yourself, or did you go into a clinic?
I actually was lucky to get a job as a physio assistant, and which I think was a great move on my part. I felt like it was probably a rare opportunity as well. There wasn't too many of those type of jobs going. And so I worked as their assistant and got to learn from the physios, while I also got to build my massage skills. It was, I don't think I was ready for my own business straight away. And I think a lot of the time in our courses, that's the first thing they get you to do now, isn't it? Create your business plan. When you don't even know how to be a massage therapist, you don't know what kind of therapist you want to be or who you want to look after. So everyone just writes one that says, I'm going to be a mobile massage therapist, because that's the easiest way to start.
Yep.
But yeah, so I think I was really lucky to have that opportunity first up and get my foot into the industry alongside others.
What sort of clients were you cutting your teeth on then in that environment?
Yeah, I got to see a lot more than I would have as a massage therapist.
Yeah.
Everything. A lot of workers' comp. For these type of physios, they had a lot of workers' comp people. They had elderly people, sports players. Yeah, there was a real variety, but definitely injuries that probably people wouldn't have come and sought massage for. So it was good to be able to get that insight into other injuries as well.
So where did that then lead you?
Well, after a few years, and I'd worked with a different physio and a chiro, and I decided now's the time I'm going to start my own business. Still only very young at this stage. I think I was only like 22 or 3. Very shy. I was actually very shy growing up. I know if you look on social media, you wouldn't believe that, but I was very shy, lacking confidence and still, I guess, building that confidence of who I was as a massage therapist. And so I decided to go out on my own. I started at home, and that didn't really take off because back then there was no social media. It was flyers in mailboxes and word of mouth. And so I had also studied fitness. So I was getting my personal training qualifications back earlier. So I went and got a job at a Fitness First, and I also rented a room on a weekend to do massage there, so alongside another massage therapist. So, just again, finding all sorts of ways to connect in with other therapists and in with different networks where I could grow my skills, grow my client base, and grow in the industry.
So was that the beginning of Fearless Health then, or is that a new incarnation?
So no, that so at the end of my time at the gym, so life fell apart. We'll just say things, big things happened, and I needed a real job. I needed a job that paid me. I worked 9 to 5, got paid a weekly salary, kind of thing. So I went into the world of workers' comp case management. So I spent the next about 7 years at different insurers managing all sorts of different workers' comp claims.
So you were at the other end of the table, like really, you were managing those cases.
Yeah. Wow. It was referred to going to the dark side at certain times. But it was quite interesting being exposed to all, again, different types of injuries and all of the different treatments that would be required, or the different help that they would need to get back to work, and navigating relationships and mental health, and just there's so much to it. And so I lasted in that. I moved all around, tried to find different insurers thinking it would be better, but no, it's the industry. And so once I had my first son, I was like, I'm not going back to that crap. I'm just going to go down the street to this osteo clinic, and I'm just going to work for a couple of hours and get back in the industry.
Yeah.
Which always evolves quickly. A couple of hours turned into a few days, a week, and they were like, just cover this massage therapist while she's on holidays. And I was like, all right, no worries. Just for this short time, I just want to do a little bit. And my son was only 5 months old, I should add.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so when the therapist came back, they were like, no, you're busy. You can keep your days too. So I then had 3 days a week massaging with a very young son, and that turned into 4 days, and then turned into my husband leaving his job to start an outdoor group fitness business.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he was a personal trainer now too.
Yeah. Well, I remember when we first met online during that business coaching course in 2015 or 2016, and Fearless Health was just getting going at that point. And I have really loved watching you build the business from the ground up. What was it like going solo, and then it's gone from just being you massaging in your business to, well, Tristan came on board, in your words, he's become cool like you. And then you've had other staff as well. Yeah.
Oh gosh. It's such a ride when I look back at what I've been through these last, so Fearless Health's probably been around 11 years now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard to think about all the stories that have made who I am today, and looking back on where it started. And I guess in the very beginning, after things didn't really work out with the osteo anymore, because we had this business to grow with this outdoor fitness, and I rented a room with a physio And that was the start of me going solo. So I realized quickly I had to learn everything. I had to learn how to, build websites and do social media and email marketing, learn about SEO and all these things that I hadn't done before in the earlier stint as a massage therapist because it wasn't around. But now there was this whole digital world that I had to try and learn and navigate and do alongside building up my own like massage skills and client base. So I just did the work in between clients to get more clients. I networked and made connections and learned everything I could. And my first goal, especially in that program, was to get found. So making sure all the touch points of marketing, that they all connected, that if somebody was going to drive past my clinic, see my sign, they would know what to Google and I would come up and they would be able to book online. It was always this easy process for them. So, it's pretty wild to think I had to learn that from scratch. And I only signed up to be a massage therapist.
Yes.
I've been madly nodding as you've been saying all of that. I'm like, yes, we're doing that. We're doing that. Yes.
Yeah. When the shit gets real and you take on your own space, then you suddenly become the chief everything officer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still building my website pages now. And I said to a friend of mine who's we're doing a bit of marketing mentoring for the website because I won't hand it over because I want control. I like to change things whenever I want to.
Yeah, I get it.
And then I was like, oh my God, why do I do this to myself? And I'm like, oh, that's right, I'm broke. That's right. You just don't have those extra funds to put into paying tens of thousands of dollars for somebody else to build your website or set up this or that. So it's fun.
Well, the things that are on your website are genuinely you, and it's feedback that I get myself as well. People come in and it's just refreshing to see a website that hasn't been written either using digital tools or just been written generically like someone by somebody else who's not the therapist. So there's a real genuine connection into you and what you do and how you operate. And I think that goes a long way for your clients choosing you and staying with you long term.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I agree. I think you need to, because we're such a personal service, we need to have that. It doesn't have to be full on, this is every moment of my life, but you need to have that personal connection. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing about why I do social media is that building trust for people to get to know us before they walk in the door, because we're asking them to trust us with their health, to be vulnerable, to be undressed in our space, and it's a way of starting to build that relationship with them, that we're being open and showing who they're going to be meeting when they walk in the door.
I'm going to ask a bit of a cheeky and raw question. Because I hear my clients say that they could never, ever work with their partner. What is it like working with your husband?
It's a ride. No, it's yeah, look, Tristan and I, we work really well together. Yes, he annoys the crap out of me when he won't work the way that I do and when I want him to do things my way. But I accept his processes and try to understand where he's coming from. We probably butt heads more now because we know that it's a safe space between us where we can, he doesn't have to be agreeable to me. He can go, no, I don't like that. I don't want to do that. And so we've sort of built that relationship where we trust that it's not just going to blow into this whole, well, I'm leaving you if you don't post on social media. It's not, it's not that that kind of relationship. So, it's been good. We've kind of gone through this process where we've been able to grow and evolve, and he lets me fulfill my crazy ideas of, let's go open a new clinic and let's build some walls and let's build this and all of that, because he's actually a builder by trade. He's qualified as a builder in New Zealand, so before he came over to Australia. So it's been a very handy trade, a very handy person to have along this journey as well.
Yeah, especially fitting out new spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Is he still doing the personal training aspect? Like he's still...
Yeah, so we're back in the business together now. We both massage. He runs like youth fitness classes and I run women's fitness classes. But funnily enough, today he's off being a handyman building things again. So we go where the jobs, go where the work is or where the demand is. So.
Yeah. Well, in that space you had in Campbelltown, and I remember you having a small space, then growing to a larger space, and you took on staff, and then COVID hit. That's something that we all remember quite well. And like so many of us, you had to make some heartbreaking decisions. And if I remember correctly, your lease was terminated. Is that right? No, but you had to let the space go.
Yeah. Yes, this was a big one. So we had set up this business. Now, I'd expanded from my little physio room. We built this big space. It had 3 massage rooms going. We had 4 massage therapists working for us. Tristan wasn't a massage therapist at this stage. He was studying. He started taking 2019. So a good year to get qualified.
Yes.
And, so we had gym contracts and massage contracts in a mental health hospital. We also had kids' fitness classes running in a community centre. So when COVID hit, that was every avenue of income lost in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Everything.
Yeah. We
had outdoor fitness, we had just started. I just found we'd renovated the space that we're in. And so I was just being able to offer my pregnancy and postnatal fitness classes. It had been a dream to have these classes in space, and we'd finally been able to make it happen indoors. And so everything was gone. So we had to, make some big decisions. So I called my accountant crying. I was like, no, it's too early. What do you mean we have to close now? It's not here yet. Because I'm not sure if you remember, AMT actually advised us all to close a week earlier than the public health orders said. So that was a big choice. And looking at my client list, I was like, oh my God, I've got pregnant women, I've got elderly women. There was all these sort of risk groups, and I thought, I can't do it. I just have to follow the advice, shut the doors, take these 2 weeks, learn more and see what happens. But then things started to escalate, and it became, we're going to be shut for 6 months.
Yeah.
And I was like, how am I going to pay $18,000 worth of rent, which is what it would have been for 6 months, with no way to make any money?
Yeah.
And so we kind of just looked and went, we don't have to have this space the way it is. It's not working. There was avenues for our staff to go elsewhere that was more aligned with what they were doing. We just had to take a really strategic look at everything and go, okay, is this working? Are we going to push through, just, I guess, for ego's sake, to keep everyone together, or do we make these tough decisions of letting some things go? And we made the choice to close the space, and we only had to give a 30-day notice. Our lease we were technically out of formal lease. We were just going month to month. So we just gave 30 days notice. We sold all of our fitness gear to help with cash flow to get in the door and just get us through that time until, government support kicked in and all of that. But yeah, so saying goodbye to all of that was very emotional. Even now I feel really like emotional talking about it, because it was such a big thing for me to take all those, you know, big risks to build a space and build the business to look like that, and to have it all like crumble in an instant. It was like, yeah, it was really hard. And I actually went on social media and did a Facebook Live where I was like, right, we've got to make this announcement. We're closing the doors. It doesn't mean we're closing forever. We're just taking a beat. We will find a space and reopen when the time's right. But we just needed to save our money for the time being. And some people still remember that video vividly to this day, because I, of course, burst into tears as I started to share the information, because it was, letting go of all of that. And it was like, you know, it's my third baby, really. Having this business that you put so much time and effort and, you know, into, and to have it all just shift in an instant. So, yeah, I think people were really scared that it meant that businesses were collapsing and they weren't going to survive, but this was our way of surviving. We kind of had to like contract to be able to grow again. So
yeah. I remember some of those conversations of, you've got to let staff go, because if the business dies, well, there is nothing for them to come back to, and they're tough decisions. And lots of businesses did collapse. You walk through the city post-COVID and there were so many empty shops. For any business to rise from the ashes from that is a big thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. The business that my husband was working for at that time doesn't exist anymore because of COVID. They decided to close up and finish the business. Yes.
Well, post-COVID, or it wasn't even really post-COVID, it was maybe still in the early stages, mid stages of that pandemic, there came a bit of a change, and reopening and moving to a regional town. How do you go about rebirthing a business where they've never even heard of you before?
Again, just one of these fun decisions I make. I guess there's a step in the middle there that made that decision happen. I lost my dad to leukemia. So he was diagnosed in the first lockdown. We got through, and then in the beginning of 2021, when everyone was like, woohoo, 2020's over, like, this is going to be my year. Like, they're all celebrating.
Yes.
And I was like, nope, this isn't. Like, there's still a road for us. And then, 2 weeks into the year, we found out there was nothing more that they could do, and we lost him very quickly. So my sisters and I, we shaved our heads for the world's greatest shave. We raised lots of money, and we were surrounded by like a wonderful community of people that got behind us and supported us through our grief. But that grief, I think by that point I was heartbroken. I was exhausted, and I was starting to struggle with like getting up and rebuilding and reopening again and again and keep getting knocked down. So my husband and I wanted to buy a house, and Sydney was getting out of reach and not affordable. And I just said, well, we're not stuck here. Like, let's, get creative. Let's see it. And I'd actually made an offhand comment about 18 months before I turned 40 and said, I want to have a house by the time I'm 40. And we laughed and laughed, and then down the track. And so then all this had happened, and we decided, why don't we look regionally and just see? And we looked around. We actually got onto Domain and put in the filters. Okay, where is still affordable? Like, where could we get a house under 500,000? And we almost moved to Wellington, which is about 45 minutes from here. And then we were like, maybe a bit too small, maybe too big a jump from Sydney to a tiny regional town. So we looked at Dubbo, and it was a real regional hub. And so much going on here that we thought, this will do, like this should work. we'll go for a holiday and see what happens. So we went through that journey of coming out here, and I almost didn't reopen. Like I said, I was pretty down, struggling, and I was surviving through it all and thought, how do I do this again? How do I get up and go and reopen? So I started small, and I found a little room to rent off a psychologist. He's a wonderful man that we're still close with today. He looks like Santa Claus. And so, yeah, it was a nice, cozy little room in his old house that was converted that I rented to begin with. Tristan, when he came out to Dubbo, he started working just as a labourer. He was like, we need to get a real job on paper that's, doesn't look like it's being ripped apart by COVID.
Yeah.
and be able to get that house. And so 9 months after moving here, we got our house 1 month before I turned 40.
Congrats.
And yeah, so we had our business growing as well. And I was just doing it by myself and cruising along. And yeah, we've kind of grown and evolved from there. But there's just been so many things that I didn't realize. Like, people out here really need care. They need massage therapists. And I'd actually reached out to somebody who I used to work with in Campbelltown, and she moved up the coast into a regional town. And I was like, I'm thinking of moving to Dubbo. Like, what do you think? And she's like, yes, Mel, like, they need you. They need people out there. Like, they will love you. Like, and so I went for it. And yeah, people out here, they travel 2 to 3 hours to come for a massage. Like, they'll plan their day, come to town, and do all the things. So they really appreciate it. Lots of people thanked me for moving here. And yeah, it was really nice, and probably what I needed to stay. I realized I had all these skills and knowledge, and I was just going to let it go to waste if I gave up. So
did you do any research, Mel, I'm wondering, before you moved at all? Like, are there any massage therapists here? Like,
overrun by the cheap massage shops. And
I actually did heaps of research. I did. I looked up all the massage therapists in town and thought, okay, well, who does what I do? Not really anyone. There was someone similar, so I thought, maybe I could work together with them. They were a midwife and a massage therapist, so private midwife. She could get called out at any moment. Lots of opportunities to work together. That didn't happen, but nice still, like,
partnership.
Yeah, just thinking outside the box like that, and having that, abundance mindset, that open mind to things, not sort of thinking, there's already 4 massage therapists, that's enough. But there's really not. There's nearly, I think, 50,000 people here now. So that's a lot of bodies available to build a client base. So we don't need to, be worrying about not having a place. But yeah, I looked into the Chamber of Commerce to see what kind of people were out here. Like the people that were represented on their website sort of gave me an indication of, and it looked like they were kind of moving with the times, lots of variety in the type of people that were part of the chamber. I also reached out to Business in South Wales, and there's a local contact for this region. I spoke to her. She put me in touch with the economic development team here in Dubbo.
Yeah, nice.
Wow.
So I did a lot of work, a lot of steps. A lot of these relationships I'd built in Campbelltown as well, through my networking. So I was like, well, let's just replicate it. I got, my Google My Business page. I made sure that I was ranking well, made sure my website was updated, did all that SEO stuff that I'd learned years before. And then I started to build my community and get to know people. So,
yeah.
That's actually a lot more than I thought you were going to say, honestly. Yeah.
Yes. I don't do things by halves.
But before we started the recording, I was asking Mel if she's going to go into coaching, because all these steps, they're big. They are good adult steps that a lot of people just don't follow. Some would say they're business basics, but still, for things that are business basics, they're not being followed by so many.
I honestly wouldn't
You,
have thought of half of that stuff, David. Not
yeah,
really. Not to the extent that Mel did.
yeah, you flexed your muscles.
Yeah.
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 Well, I wasn't coming out here to fail, was I? So
No.
I had to.
What's that Australian expression? We're not here to spiders.
Well, not only that, but you also started, or you're a co-founder of the Dubbo Women's Business Network.
Yeah.
So started your own, mentoring sort of group,
Connections.
and yeah, like that's
It's a
amazing. It's
lot
really
of
amazing.
proactive activity.
Very proactive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something I started very early on, was networking. And it was, funny enough, it was the osteo who threw me in front of a doctor and said, here, like, market yourself. And I was like, what? I don't know what that means. Like, so then I sought out a networking group and started to get to know women. And then I'd been part of groups for the last 11 years. So, being able to start my own group this year has been a big step. I'd built a big community of the last 2 years. So, yeah, it was another big, brave step to do it on my own. So I have an awesome co-founder. So we both have our roles and we just work and we just show up once a month and we do all the things, and it's working wonderfully. So
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So when we were initially chatting with you over email about your story, and if you don't have a theme song, I'm going to assign you a theme song for those who are around in the 90s, the Chumbawamba. I get knocked down, I get back up again. If you're a millennial or a Gen Z, go look it up. It's inspirational. But in your words, you said things have been a bit of a shit show at times, but you're still standing. And no one would blame you if you did just quit and go to something safe. No one would blame you. What do you think has kept you going when things have felt impossible?
I don't know how to stop.
Yeah.
No. A good psychologist? No.
Mm,
No, I've had a good group of friends and family and community around me. They let me cry and rant and run with my ideas. So, yeah, I wouldn't be able to I haven't done this alone. There's always been that support network around me.
we're going to start talking a little bit about social media. And we've encouraged listeners already to go check you out on social media, because you have always been really honest and consistent on social media. If you go to some of the coaches, they'll talk about social media as a place to be social, and people are interested in your life story, and then they try and sell you a pack of inspirational quotes and pretty pictures to post, because doing that stuff is hard. And you've been really honest about documenting your wins and doing your and some of those challenges. Why has this transparency been important to you?
I think I mentioned a bit of that before, in that building that trust with clients and having that relationship start to build before they walk in the door. It hasn't always been easy, and I've just found my ways of getting online. I realised the importance of it very, very early on in business, to be out there. And if social media is meant to be social, then you've got to, put your true self out there, and you can't just, rely on memes and stock photos.
Mm.
Don't get me started on stock photos, but there's that's a whole rant in itself.
Yeah.
And so I think I've just found ways of I'm not a person that will get on social media walking down the street and be like, oh hey, I'm here today, this is what I'm up to. I usually set myself up in a quiet space where no one can disturb me, and I can try and focus and get my message out, or I don't have people that I can see that can see me and judge me.
Mm.
People might judge me on the other side of social media, but I can't see it, so it's not my problem.
My My
But in person,
philosophy
yeah.
kind of is, well, once you've done the video and recorded it and pressed play and it's out there to everyone, you can forget about it. You don't have to actually really think about it again. So in my mind, it doesn't exist anymore. And that's how I stop the anxiety. Not that I actually do much on social media currently, but that's how I stop that anxiety about that sort of thing. It doesn't exist now. It's out in the world. It's gone. Bye.
It is a bit like that because sometimes people are like, oh, I watched your video. And I'm like, oh, that's right. I put that out there, didn't I? Oh,
Yeah.
I forget. Like, you don't want to be so arrogant to think everyone's watching everything you do. But at the same time, it's like, oh, you are watching everything I do. Like, I got to be, sometimes rein it in a little.
Yeah.
It was when I was doing some work with Massage Champions, and one of the first things they got me to do was a 30-day live challenge. Every day for 30 days, go on Facebook Live. And I remember my first one where my heart is pounding out of my chest and I'm sweating through my shirt. It's like, right, I know how to beat the system. I'm going to do this at 11 o'clock at night when nobody's watching. And I've hit record and people started watching. Like, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be asleep. You're ruining my good plan here.
We're all lying in bed trying to fall asleep.
Yes. Right.
Doom scrolling.
Yeah.
But you mentioned earlier that you're quite shy, but you always appear really comfortable in front of the camera. Is that a muscle that you've just learnt to flex?
Yeah, definitely. Very shy as a kid. My first job was at McDonald's, and I was so nervous and so shy at the interview. They almost didn't hire me because they were worried I wouldn't be able to talk to the customers.
Wow.
So luckily, my mum knew the manager, and they gave me a job out the back flipping burgers. So like, that's how afraid they were. I couldn't talk to people. So definitely it's something that's grown over time, my confidence. But I always find that once I start talking, the passion kind of overcomes the fear and everything just flows. You just want to get it out there and you don't really care. And, you're not worried about people judging you so much.
Yeah. Just want to give you a little hug as a kid. Oh, it's okay. You're safe.
Has there ever been a mentor or a supporter who made a really big impact on your journey? Someone who's helped to shape your path?
I think there's been so many people part of this journey, and through networking, through meeting women in business, I've made so many friendships with women who get it, who get what it's like to have a business and to do all the things and have to learn all the parts of it. So I can't name just one because there's been so many. And again, there's the good and the bad. There's always the lessons that you learn along the way, and the tricky relationships that you navigate as women in business as well. So there's definitely a lot of people. Like my accountant, she's up there. She's always been there and helped me learn the number things, and I get really excited and I send her messages and go, guess what? I reconciled all my expenses. Like yeah.
That's pretty exciting.
Yes. At one point, I used to call Tristan the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, so that he would do all the zero reconciling. Because I didn't want to do that. I was like, no, I think it's your job now.
Nice delegation.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a family-run business. It's time to be part of the family.
We all have to have a role here.
Correct. It helps if you have a name badge and a uniform.
Yep.
I was actually wondering if you had a particular piece of advice that you wish someone had given you when you were starting out that perhaps you might like to pass on to our listeners or reminisce on.
Yeah, I think it's seeking out support, like finding that network or community or the mentors that'll guide you through the early days as a massage therapist, because I feel like I was thrown into it at a very young age. I didn't really know how to navigate the industry. I didn't have a lot of experience, life experience. So, yeah, it felt like it was a bit of a sink or swim kind of time where if I feel like I had more people, more connections in the industry, it would have been different. So definitely the industry's changed and there is a lot more community now. We don't see each other so much as competition. We understand that we all have different strengths and passions and skills, and that we can have these relationships where we refer to one another. So I think that's really important. Like, create those communities. If you don't have one, find out the people that are like you and that will support you, and work together.
That's such great advice. And yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earlier on, you mentioned that people are willing to travel 2 to 3 hours to come in for a massage. And yet the other day I spotted on your social media, it's like, hey, particular regional area, we're thinking about coming out to you. And so here you are testing the market and seeing if there is a market opportunity. Let us know, and then we'll go and find a room and make it happen.
Yep.
This is
That's
quite mature
happening.
stuff. It's happening.
Yeah. So that was actually a conversation that began with one of Tristan's clients. We got a lot of people. They were coming, like, we can see all of our data of where people are coming from. And we ask people to put their addresses in when they book, so we know that if anything has to change, we know the people who are traveling in, they're the ones we have to prioritize. And the ones that are local, they can wait. So getting that data, we could see that there was all these people coming from this regional town. And a conversation started with Tristan and his client where they said, yeah, like, we had a bit of a town survey going on about who'd like a massage therapist. And there was like 30 people on the list that wanted to have a massage therapist come to town. And so he's like, oh, okay, well, maybe we can look into this. And so he thought, maybe like one day a month I'll go out there and do something. And so I built him a marketing funnel, a little page where people could go and express their interest. And he put it out there the other day, and within 24 hours, we had nearly 30 people on the list.
Fantastic.
So I don't know what it's at now, but yeah, last check, 30 people from a regional town.
Fantastic.
So it's only an hour and a half from here. So yes, we are making it happen.
That is amazing. That is so good. And like, kudos to the town, to the people for being so proactive and going, okay, what do we need? How can we make it happen? That's awesome.
Yeah. So there's plenty of work regionally, people. So if you need a job and you're struggling in Sydney, like, come out.
Yeah.
I can find you work. There's like 30 people in this tiny town. So just imagine what else is out there.
It's so opposite to the mindset of I need to go to the big smoke to find work.
Yeah.
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 It's definitely changed.
So 22 years as a massage therapist. What do the next 22 years hold for you?
No pressure.
One day at a time, really. Well, we're now in our third space here in Dubbo. We grew quite quickly, so I want to stay here. I'm in a 3-year lease with a 3-year option, so we're here for at least 2.5 more years.
Yeah.
So, but this space is really good. We rent to a beauty therapist out front, and we've got. I'll share something. It's top secret, but it'll be announced soon. But I've actually got an osteopath coming in to rent 2 of our rooms soon.
Nice.
And she's someone that she moved to town, and we've just built this relationship, referring to one another, and now she's coming in. And so if you know an osteopath that wants to move to Dubbo, there'll also be work available.
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to, try and recruit for the whole region. So any health provider, if you're anything allied health, there is so much work out here for you.
Wow.
Yeah. And, so we'll be here running from my women's fitness classes and Tristan with his youth classes. And, him going out and doing this regional town. So who knows what else we might throw in there just to, add to the juggle of kids and sport and 2 businesses and And, the occasional day where my husband goes and builds things. So
Yeah.
Are you finding that there is a bit of a market for, I know you mentioned generally women's health, but for pregnancy massage in Dubbo? Like, I'm not sure what the specific population data is there, but I'm assuming that there would be a little bit.
yeah, so that was part of my other research that I did, was that they just built a brand spanking new state-of-the-art maternity ward. So I
Yeah,
was like,
perfect.
if there's a maternity ward, there's pregnant women. So another reason. And a
Yeah.
cute little story, I suppose, when we came for our holiday to Dubbo before we moved, just to check out, we liked it. I just started randomly talking to a pregnant woman at the playground when the kids were playing, and she asked what I did, and I told her, and she's like, we don't have anything like that here.
Oh.
And I'd done the research, and I was like, yeah, you do, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm coming. Like,
That
I
is so
knew that
good.
there's, again, lots of opportunities, and if the people here didn't already know that there's these services available, then it means that there's more opportunity for either them to expand their marketing or for me to come in and serve that need as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
We knew this was going to be good. When is the book deal coming out?
Yes.
Well, I actually have written a chapter in a book years ago about the very early stages of the business, and it was a compilation book, and it's called like More Than a Mum, and it was about like stories of women who, I can't remember all the other stories, but that's what I wrote about, was those early years in business. So I've had a little taste of writing a book, but I don't know if I'd go whole get it yet. Again, where would I fit it in?
Are you planning on doing any, I know we sort of joked about it before, but doing any courses for therapists or anything? Because like we mentioned before, like David was like, oh yes, doing the, going to the Chamber of Commerce and networking and all this. But I'm sitting here going, oh, geez, I never thought about that. Oh, that's interesting. So there's clearly a lot for us to learn as therapists generally about not just networking, but really making those connections and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, like, can I put my hand up? Can I be like the test subject, please, for
Sure,
any
I'll
course you
put
develop?
I'll put you on my wait list.
Yeah.
I would love to. Again, it's just, I think for these last few years, it has been about being in survival mode and getting through each challenge and getting back up and building and moving forward. So trying to prioritize paying the bills and, getting this structure right for my business before I start going and adding more to the plate. But yeah, look, if you want to be coached by me, reach out. The more demand I get, then the kick in the butt it will be to actually do something.
Yeah. You can build a little funnel page like you did for Tristan and just see what happens.
Coaching EOI, sign up today.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Sorry, not to add to your daily pressures or anything. Like, I'm only half joking.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's one of the things, though, is that online courses are the flavor of the month, or particularly post COVID, and building a video course to sell is a big deal. But someone approaching you just saying, "Hey, I need a bit of advice."
Yeah,
that's just a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the check's in the mail.
Yeah. I feel like I could do that. Like, just slot it into my calendar, like grab a spot and then we'll talk. I think that would be the easiest way. I don't think I could go like whole hog and create a whole, coaching, mentoring business. Like, I think I would do it as, one-offs or, to those who are interested.
Yeah.
But, watch this space.
Yes. Well, if there's one message you'd love listeners to take away from your story, what would it be?
Oh, I don't know. I think I've given you a lot of messages, haven't I?
There's been a lot of information there.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I think, I did mention it before about not needing to do it alone either. Like, go out there, no matter whether it's a challenge or opportunity, like, ask for help and reach out to those people you wouldn't normally think to. Like, get really creative with, you know, who you talk to. There is so much help and support out there, but it's never shared well enough. There's, you know, governments are giving away free coaching and mentoring and business assistance. So, like, there's all these resources out there. They're just never put in a, you know, nice, neat little bow that people can access. So I think, just start searching. Google up some, you know, business advice if that's what you're struggling with, and see what is out there for free, or what's accessible through grants, or you know, or who you can connect with in your community.
Lovely. That's good advice.
It's been a lot of good sound advice today.
Yes.
Maybe I am that adult.
Trove of knowledge.
Well, where can people connect with you or learn more about what you're doing in Dubbo?
Yeah, so there's our Fearless Health website. If you look closely, you'll see that some pages are new and fresh and some are old, because that's just the way I roll. As I, you know, am always learning and building these pages out and doing the work. So, yeah, fearlesshealth.com.au. You can email me. You can jump in my DMs on Instagram. I actually have a lot of massage therapists that follow me, and we chat and, you know, cheer each other on or ask random questions. So it's, I like having that. I'm always open to people reaching out and asking questions.
I do love that about Instagram, actually. There's a lot of support given across Instagram in the massage therapy world, particularly through Australia, obviously, because we're all in Australia. But it's lovely to go in there and have a little bit of a look at somebody's page and make a few comments and chat back and forth, and some of the reels, just the support that's there, just casually is really lovely. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, some people have got really generic business names, but I think yours really fits your story. Fearless Health, the journey that you've just shared with us over the last couple of decades has been one of taking risks, some of which have had a bit of a sadder end, and others which have really paid dividends. And you are rocking that fearless life. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mel. That has been an epic episode.
Yeah.
Thank you both for having me, and thank you for all that you do with this podcast. Like, many people don't realize the effort that goes into putting together a podcast, and you do it without payment. So I think on your website you can like buy you a coffee or something.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you.
To do that, because they work really hard on putting this together.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Thank you.
Well, if you have enjoyed today's episode, why not like and subscribe through your favorite listening app? If you're listening on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, you can leave us a rating and or a review. That would mean ever so much to us in helping us to be found by others. You can head to our website, foldingtailspodcast.com.au, where we have detailed show notes of all of our episodes, including that cool little button shaped like a coffee cup where you can buy us a coffee. $5 will go a long way to helping us to keep this show in action. Thank you, Mel, for joining us. Thank you, Jackie. It's been fun yet again.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thanks, Mel, for chatting with us today. We've loved having you, and I'll see you next time, David.
See you in the next one.